Hello? Is this thing on? Hello? Hi, welcome in. It's Friday. You guys know what stream it is. I see the excitement in chat. There's so many of you. Hi, hello. It's me, Senti. I can't show you anything just yet, but you know what day it is. We've been planning this for over a month. It's time for the power... We can't hear you if you're speaking. Can somebody fact check corpse in the chat? Because I can see my mic is see, you got me. You got me. But welcome in. It is the PowerPoint presentation night, which means that I am presenting your PowerPoints that you made over the course of last month. We'll be doing a little bit of that tonight. At the end, if you guys stick around, we'll be doing voting to see whose we like the most, depending on what category I select. So there'll be chat voting. There will be no cake and ice cream. I'm sorry, we couldn't afford that this time. See a turtle compliment for this stream. Yeah, I didn't want it to be too disruptive of the PowerPoint, so it'll be turned back on once we're done with them. I kind of removed some of the redeems that would break the stride a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, I actually have been a little nervous about this week. I don't know why, it kind of feels like going up in front of a classroom again and giving a presentation on a topic I don't know about because my classmates ended up doing everything. But we'll get to that. Thank you for this boulder piss. So I would like to let you guys know we will be starting with a blank screen apparently. Oh wait, there I am. Hold on. Aha! Cool. Alright, we're gonna be starting with my PowerPoint first. It's short and simple. It's just so I can test out that everything is working properly. In case you guys are wondering, we had a couple submissions for this event. So the order of the people that we're gonna go in tonight is gonna be in order of their submission. We're gonna have Corpse, Becky, Oak, Tails, Scarlet, and then Pie. That's the order that they're filled in. So we're gonna go in that order. I'm gonna make a little tag so that way I can show whose presentation we're presenting. That way it doesn't get missed out on. So let me set that up real quick, and that way we can get on our merry way. For those who are not aware of what is going, there's a reason I'm last. You show up last in the Google Drive, and I'm just going down the list so I don't miss anybody. But I'm a little afraid because you warned me about what you were doing with this. Let me make the tag. Basil is also here tonight. We'll put this tag down here so that way it's, we can see who's doing what. Could be scared. I'm scared of yours and Becky's, which I see Becky in chat. Becky, I'm nervous about yours because you said it's very educational. I'm wondering. Oh god. But for those who don't know fully what we're doing, I'll fully explain. This was planned out at the beginning of the month. I asked chat if they could make PowerPoint presentations on a topic, which is something you are passionate about. They had free reign to do whatever they want within a small set of rules, and then tonight I would be reading them out loud and kind of improvising a little bit and pretending like I know what I talk about. If I call something important that you have on your PowerPoint a doohickey, I apologize. It's because I'm silly. But if it is your presentation, you want to correct me on something, you're more than welcome to. But it's just supposed to be a fun little thing tonight, and maybe a little bit of learning as well. You never know. I wanted to bring the community together for it, and have a little creative expression going on. Hi Squirrel, welcome in. I see you guys claiming your good noodle stars. So, we're gonna start with mine tonight. My presentation is why Guitar Man is the best rhythm game I've ever experienced in the history of ever. And it's more. Time, motherfucker! Fireball! Ew, learning? What? Squirrel, learning is the best. We love doing a learning. You should always pursue more learning in your life. Who are you? Well, I'm you from the future. You become an owl. I figured I should let you know. Alright, first slide. Have you heard of Guitar Man? I bet you haven't. It's a fantastic game. So what is Guitar Man? Guitar Man was a rhythm game developed by the now bankrupt studio Innis. It released in Japan in 2001 and released in the United States in 2002. Though the game was surprisingly more successful in the United States, it had a small release, leading to small quantities of the game making it to the public. That including a YouTuber made a very popular video about one of the songs of the game, skyrocketing its popularity several years after its release, so now getting an actual physical copy of the game costs you an arm and a leg. I actually have one on the shelf behind me, I would know. It follows a young boy named Yuwon and his talking dog Puma as they defeat enemies as the legendary Gitaru Man. Why do I like it? It has such innovative gameplay. Songs are played out as battles against enemy. Each battle has phases to complete. There's 2 phases to the battle. You have your attack phase, which is pressing and holding O while tracing the path for damage and healing. Which, as you can see, not this part right here, but afterward, you would hold your O button while also tracing down the paths. It gets very intense on higher difficulties. It's great. And then you have your guard phase, which is hitting the buttons in the correct order to avoid damage. It seems like that would be the easier part, because you only have 4 buttons to press. But actually, one of the normal mode songs is one of the hardest in the series. And by series, I mean the only 2 games that ever came out. And it's been a constant roadblock for people. It's 87 pounds on eBay. Yeah, it's a pricey motherfucker. I have the original soundtrack and I have the actual physical game, and I play them both often. I love them a lot. Banger soundtrack. The songs were structured to be reactive to the player and had bonus sections specifically for harder difficulties. Each song was its own unique genre.
Old rhythm games are next to impossible to play without a CRT TV.
Preach to that, actually, yeah, because they were built for the older TVs. It's kind of like how pixel art looks smoother on older TVs, while pixel art, like remasters and reboots, look a bit more rugged around the edges. Each song was its own unique genre and featured an enemy that represented said genre. Every single song is a different genre of music. The song that I played is the final section to the song Fly Into Your Heart, which is one of my favorite songs from the series. Let me turn down the Spotify a little bit. We're not gonna play the whole song, just a little snippet. If I get copyrighted, oops, but... As you can see, you have your trace section here. You got little wiggles and whatnot. Oh, it's so good. Every song in the series. Anyway, that's just one though. There's many metal, rock, synth, I'm pretty sure there's jazz in there as well. Which, cool thing, the lead designer of this game had a very strong passion for music, especially jazz. It was really neat. The designs are very lovable. I wouldn't say the characters are very lovable. They're kind of annoying. If you play the game, you'll see what I mean. We've got, like, U1, we've got Puma, we've got our villain Zowie. The co-founder of Innis was the designer and lead programmer. I think it's pronounced Keiichi Yano. Guitar Man was a passion project due to their love of music. So, pretty much a good chunk of this game was done by them. Zowie, isn't that gay, people? No, is it? I know it is the name of a character. That's his name. I promise that's not what's meant. Heck if I know. But, it's such a good game, though. Like, if you guys ever get a chance to, you know, do a thing that rhymes with bemulate the game, there's also a PSP version. I think Oak is making a yaoi joke. Oh no. You gotta watch out for Zowie and Zuri, you know? Will U1 become U2? Potentially. And then you'll end up on every Apple user's phone against their will. You guys more a Zuri or a Zelda? Is it like the hit show Zoe 101? But that's all my presentation is. I just wanted to share some love about one of my favorite rhythm games. That's one of the main reasons that I still boot up my PS2, because I have my retro gaming corner in my office. And, like, if I just want to play a quick game, I'll boot it up on, like, hard mode. Master mode is, like, near on impossible for me to play. But I like playing the hard difficulty and just going through the campaign. It's so good. Corpse, thank you for the 15 stream streak. But that's my PowerPoint. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna move on to our next one, though. That was a nice little test to see what we're doing. The next one... The next one that we have. Alright. Let's see. We have this one created by Mr. Not Corpse in chat. Let me put your name on here. As you can see, the PowerPoint is reasons Sigma why Arthur Morgan beats Ellie. Alright. I'm not really sure who Ellie is, but we're gonna guess that Ellie is, probably some lady. So here's why Arthur can defeat Ellie. Hey, isn't that the guy who beats Ellie? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Physical strength. As shown here, Arthur can with relative ease, even after TB, lift a 400-pound man by the neck above his head, but also has combat strength feats such as knocking out people in single punches, winning fights against giants, fighting lawmen, militia, and rival gang members with ease. Now, I guess you guys are wondering what TB means. TB stands for to be without the determined. Ellie strength. At best, been shown to assist Jewel to horseback, or possibly beat a grown man in combat. Also has killed a clicker in hand-to-knife combat. Tuberculosis. Alright, tuberculosis. So the tuberculosis man is fucking beefy. Ellie from The Last of Us? I think so, because it says clicker. So it has to be The Last of Us. Stamina. Both of them have good stamina. Before tuberculosis, I'd say Arthur takes this, being able to run, or fight for hours without getting tired. After tuberculosis, though, Ellie definitely takes it here, being as Ellie does fight for hours on end, and has to constantly keep going in an apocalyptic setting. So what's the reason these guys would fight in the first place, huh? Well, you see, there doesn't need to be a reason. It's power scaling. Stealth. I'll admit, Ellie takes the cake here 100%. Arthur does do some stealth, but nothing even close to what Ellie has to do on a day-to-day basis. In stealth, Ellie is a master. You know, you're actually right about this one, because thinking about a big strong man that could lift 400 pounds above his head, he may not be the stealthiest. So I imagine Ellie would have this one. Arthur's stealth. You like jelly beans? I got jelly beans. Arthur has used stealth, but never in the way and consistently as Ellie. His best stealth feat is hiding behind a wall during combat, as far as I've ever seen. Next closest is just hunting animals, which Ellie doesn't just hunt animals, she also hunts zombies that only see based off noise. You know, I can't argue with that, because if she's going against zombies that listen for noise, and she hasn't, like, been taken down by a zombie, she might be really good at what she does. Arthur's stealth is just a fucking mask? Oh my god. Arthur Morgan playing Majora's Mask over here. The 400-pound man can turn invisible. Mayhaps. Alright, combat experience. Arthur is much older than Ellie and has been in combat and working on combat skills since he was about her age in the first Last of Us game. Ellie is smart, but not nearly as experienced as Arthur, just in a different time. Ellie's combat experience. I love the pictures. I want to comment, I really love the pictures that you used for this. 10 out of 10, man. Ellie has also been in a constant combat type experience for most of her life, but Arthur just has literal decades of experience on her. Hold on, I gotta turn this up. We'll have the music going too. Physical speed. Another one that could go either way. Arthur before or after tuberculosis is fast at running. Ellie takes the cake for stealth running, but in flat out running, no stealth. I'm gonna have to give it to Arthur considering he's much taller and longer legs than Ellie. You just hear thum 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 as he's fucking running. Combat speed. Ellie may be fast and silent, but Arthur's draw speed is a half a second to have gun pulled and shot accurately. Unless Ellie is pre-firing, Arthur is taking this. Weapons. Ellie takes the cake for weapons selection. She just lives in a more modern time. Access to better weapons and tech. I had this pic saved. Nowhere else to use it. It's a beautiful picture. It's perfect. I almost got jump scared. Overall, Arthur wins mid to high difficulty. Honestly, fight could go either way. Mostly depends on environment and type of confrontation. Overall, Arthur wins 5 out of 7 points. Ellie takes 4 to 7. The photos win this real though. It's so good. I have to say, there were some really good points made in this one. I think Arthur would win this one. Just, you know, assuming that they both ran into each other and decided it was fighting time. Arthur would have more points. 100%. I think that's the end of it, though. Nice presentation, Corpse. Very nice presentation. Very well done, sir. I agree with all your points, 100%. The pictures, just chef's kiss. I really added to it. Alright, let me pop this down real quick. We'll move on to our next one. We'll do this. Next, we have Becky. Wait, no, not yet, not yet. It started off as rage bait, turned into me doing fucking research. How much research did that take you, Corpse? Oh my god, it's so good. It seems like it had a lot of work put into it, especially with like the stealth and all that. Hell yeah, dude. Alright, Krabbe in chat has a presentation. This is Becky's. Becky's is, welcome to the world of sterile processing. Off to a great start with the title. About 2 hours, but I've also played both games a lot. That's true. Both the games are really good. I gotta get around to Red Dead. It's so, I think Arthur Morgan is Red Dead, right? Yeah. Red Dead Redemption 2? I make new hires do a more in-depth slideshow. Oh my god, I'm so here for it. Alright, let's get into the world of sterile processing. Alright, first off, appropriate attire in central sterile clean area. A facility-issued scrub uniform. Hair covering that covers all head and facial hair except eyebrows and eyelashes. Shoes with non-skid soles and shoe covers. I'm making notes. There's gonna be a pop quiz. You guys have to be ready for the pop quiz at the end of this, okay? So, keep in mind, I'm gonna ask you guys a random question. Be on stream Red Dead Redemption 2. Ooh, you should do it, Corpse. You should definitely do it. Sterile processing follows AAMI standards, as well as other organizations that help create the AAMI standards, like AORN, Association of Perioperative Registered Nurses. Association for the Advancement of Medical Instrumentation. AAMI meets every year to establish best practices for sterilization, which then becomes our American national standards. Hello, owls. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great night, friend. We're doing community PowerPoint presentations. Why is sterile processing so strict about sterility? Sterility? Sterility. Style. Standards should be followed in any profession because they reflect the values department. In healthcare, adherence to sterilization standards is critical to ensure patient safety, as one of the greatest threats is healthcare-associated infections. We must follow these standards to ensure the best care for the patient. Think, what if that was your loved one on the table? Examples of common non-compliance with AAMI standards. Improper transport of soiled instruments. Staff and visitors not wearing proper attire. Decon staff manually cleaning above the water surface. Dry blood on instruments prior to cleaning. Sterile processing workflow. Disinfection. Inspection. Packaging. Sterilization. Transportation. Storage. Use. Transportation. Cleaning. As you can see, this is the circle of life as a whole. I mean, the sterile processing workflow. Thank you for the shout out. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Hope you're having a good one. Is mayonnaise an instrument? No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Contaminated instruments come down the dirty elevator from the OR to our decontamination area. The OR means the operating room, in case you guys didn't know what that acronym meant. So, as you can see by this chart, the green means go, and the red means stop. Yellow means you can speed if you like. No, I'm just kidding. Sterile sets are sent back up to the OR when they are ready to begin. Hi, Wayne. To the sky. clean side assembly area, sterilizers down to sterile storage. Clean elevator, stops at the elevator. But the dirty elevator goes to the decontamination area, which then leads to the instrument washers, which then fuels back into the clean side assembly area. So as you can see, the clean elevator is where everything stops here and everything gets super duper cluttered. Know what is clean and know what is dirty, and keep them separate. Ways that we keep clean and dirty separate to avoid cross-contamination. Having clearly defined areas. What does the blue mean? Park? Wait, the blue? Yes, this is the singular parking spot. Having clearly defined areas for both the clean and dirty areas. Having a one-way workflow and not allowing a set to move backwards. Having multiple air exchanges throughout the department. Decontam area has up to 10 air exchanges an hour. Clean sterile area has up to 10 air exchanges an hour. Having different area pressures for clean and dirty. Clean is positive, dirty is negative. Having negative air pressure on the dirty side ensures that the clean air flows into the dirty area, not the other way around. I had to roll that all over in my head real quick, so I remembered it. I'm retaining it. It's going into my brain. How the airflow works. Clean is positive, dirty is negative. Positive pressure room. This is the clean, the dirty goes out. Dirty does not stay in. Dirty is in the negative room, and the dirty has to be pushed out by the clean, so the clean can keep the dirty out. You guys got that? You retaining it? You gotta retain it. Traffic control designations. Biohazard. OSHA required PPE. PPE stands for, No, I'm not going to finish that joke. Unrestricted. Normal traffic areas. Cafeteria. Waiting rooms. Street clothes may be worn in the unrestricted areas. Semi-restricted, clean assembly and storage areas, access corridors to operating rooms, surgical scrub attire, and hair covering required. Restricted is areas where sterile procedures are performed. Surgical scrub attire, hair covering, and masks required. Persons working within the sterile field will have additional requirements. Like, calling themselves the prettiest princess. Couple use me for education now. You guys can take my voice and overlay it on your company training, and just keep my owl there. New hires will be very weirded out. You can manage the environment by following all infection control protocols, recognizing contamination and correcting the situation, paying close attention to detail. Oh, that's it. Wait, hold on. So, I have you guys know that in this picture right here, I actually know all of these people. They attend the Wizard Tower with me. That's Jessica the Pyromancer. That's Tim the Enchanter. That's Rebecca the Time Wizard. I don't actually know these two, I lied. The decontamination area. Decontam. Decontam is the dirtiest area of the department. This is why anyone that works in that area must wear full PPE, personal protective equipment. That does not mean pressurized penis enlargement. PPE does not mean pressurized penis enlargement. It's personal protective equipment. Don't get it confused. There's both manual cleaning and mechanical cleaning done in Decontam. Manual cleaning is cleaning at the sink. Soak, flush, and brush all instrumentation. Even if you do not see any soil, you treat it like it is. Clearly, completely contaminated. Mechanical cleaning, ultrasonic washers, and instrument washers. Like the goop shooter. Can I spit on the ground when we talk to people about people I don't like? You may spit on the ground as a treat. Hi, Scarlett. Welcome in. How are you? I hope you're having a good night. Come on, dude. That's Phil. How did you forget Phil? Well, Phil was mean to me in 8th grade, so I choose not to remember him by choice. That's on Phil. That's not on me. I had to learn some part of that for working in a slaughterhouse. Oh shit, really? I guess, yeah, Decontam would be similar. Because this is like hospital stuff. Clean assembly area. This is where the inspection and assembly of each set takes place. No cleaning is done on the clean side of the department. If an instrument is dirty, the whole set needs to be sent back to Decontam and to be cleaned again. There are shelves across from the instrument washers that are for set waiting to be assembled. Sets are then taken to a workstation, be scanned, and have their count sheet pulled up. A count sheet acts as a recipe card and tells you the specific instruments needed and how many. You will also inspect your instruments as you assemble your set. Oh, I almost forgot. Fuck-ass parakeet. I'm gonna get you. I'm an ostrich, thank you. How dare you call me a parakeet? You're much smaller than me. I'm gonna just pop it in for a sec. Ooh, nice. If you're checking in, we have not done your presentation just yet. Alright, sterilization and sterile storage. After a set is assembled and closed, it is ready for sterilization. There are 2 forms of sterilization at this facility: vaporized hydrogen peroxide gas sterilization, low temperature sterilization, steam sterilization, autoclave. Sterile storage is where we keep all sterile sets and instruments until they are ready to be used by the OR. Pop quiz. Pop quiz for chat. What does OR stand for? I told you guys earlier. What does OR stand for? I thought you were the rare Ucan? Is that like the toucan without its beak? It'll be a different bird type every day. Damn you to hell.
This is a Bose moment. Work holiday parties can be a
Is that a Spotify ad?
until someone hits play.
You get your volume turned down. Operation room. Hey! Onion's got it. Thank you, Onion. You get a gold star for that. Who can suck these nuts? Got him. Ah! Ah! She got me. How dare. Not very Apple music of you. Listen, I don't like Apple. I don't like Apple products all that much. I actually have a different Spotify account, so I don't have my premium on this one. Oh, you almost got the damn you on point. Don't worry, champ, you'll get there one day. Oregon Railroad? Sterile storage is where we keep all sterile sets and instruments until they are ready to be used by the Oregon Railroad. Yeah, I think it fits. However, Onion was correct. A person will be assigned to the sterile storage area every shift and get cases ready for the next day, as well as sending any extra sets up to the OR as they need them. Oh, Wayne's redeemed a question of the night. I forgot that one was on. Alright, your question of the night is... This one's gonna be a simple one and I can't pin it, so you guys have to respond fast. But, the question of the night is, what's a good dessert for a party? I say ice cream cake. That's my vote. Temperature and humidity requirements for work areas within SPD. By the way, please bother me when you finish mine. I got you. I got you. I'll let you know. Cheesecake and tiramisu. You guys picked really good stuff. I like tiramisu, so I would say 100%. Ooh, I don't like dessert. Oh, okay. So if not dessert, what's a snack that you would associate with a party? You can also answer with that as well if you're not a dessert person. Jello shots? Oh, Jello shots. Chef's kiss. Alright. I had to watch Port Gore and learn some of that chart while I didn't really want the job, but the girl taking care of me at the interim was kind of hot, so kind of went with the flow. Oh no! Oh, that's a hell of a story. Just, I didn't quite want the job, but she was kinda hot. For context, I'm gonna invade for 5 minutes. Oh shit. Alright. Ooh, Pringles. We were discussing the best Pringles flavor the other night. I said that I like the cheddar cheese ones. Cheddar cheese Pringles, so good. Alright. Temperature and humidity requirements for work areas within SPD. Decontamination. Temperature, 60F to 73F. Humidity, not required. Air exchanges, 10 per hour. Preparation and packaging, 68 to 73F. Humidity is max 60%. Air exchanges, also 10 per hour. Clean, sterile, and storage, temperature, 75F. Humidity, 60%. Air exchanges, 4 per hour. Guide the raid, T-Pain. Alright. I guess if T-Pain is live, I'll raid out. Thank you. How do we know how to reprocess an instrument? We follow the IFU. What does the IFU stand for? Instructions for use. I feel like that one is pretty common knowledge. Each time we get a new instrument or material in our department, we must look up the manufacturer's IFU to ensure we are using it correctly and following best practice. We must know the exact way to clean, assemble, sterilize, and store an item. Our facility uses one source. Okay. That's it. Boink! It seems like that was the end of that presentation. Thank you, Becky, for the wonderful presentation. It would hit the 15 max. I imagine there was probably a lot more, but you had to remove it. Like sour cream and onion Pringles. Cucumber and sauce, forgot its name. Oh yes, those are both delicious ones. Strawberry jello with Pinnacle whipped vodka. Oh my god. That sounds so good. Expect applications. It was 22 slides. You had to shave it off. I was like, man, I hope this isn't too long, and then it stopped. Instructions unclear. Sanitize my little whisk. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Alright, next up. We have Oak's presentation. Let me check. Yeah, it's Oak's. Cool. No, I want to get drunk and eat Doritos. Yo, I want to get drunk and eat Doritos too, but I cannot, unfortunately. Alright, next is Oaks. Directly after Oaks, our next presentation will be Tails, then Scarlet, then Pie. So we're getting through the list. We're about halfway through right now. Alright, here we go. The Birder Mystery, an interactive story with chat about my love for whodunits. Done by The Oaken Oasis. Hold on, let me, There we go. I even put proper grammar rules. We do 50-50 jello to vodka? Fuck, that would be a lot, dude. So much. Alright. Here it goes. Do I gotta click it again? Uh-oh. It looks like there's a body. There was a murder. The director of Arsonist, Vincenzo Mancini, was found dead in the Westpath apartments. Feel free to inspect the crime scene for more evidence. The evidence we've collected so far? Well, so far we have a couple of feathers, a pile of broken glass, a scrap of red fabric, and a lock of brown hair. We need someone to talk to the suspects and witnesses. Thankfully, Detective Corpse is on the case. Look, not Corpse, it's you! You know, like when people hold their cat up to the mirror and they go, look, it's you! That's what I'm doing to you right now. Look, Corpse, you're right there! Alright, next slide. Suspect number 1, Pie Thief. A couple nights before the scene, Mancini solicited a few castmates that he saw Pie Thief in his closet at night. Yeah, last I heard from Vinny, he had just woken up from another night terror. He said he was heading out to go get a drink and cool his nerves. A testimony from witness, the neighborhood milkman. According to Mr. Thief, he was playing video games at the time of the murder. We're asking his friends to see if he had activity on Steam, and from what we've heard, he was on Straftat at the time. If he's on Straftat, he has to be committing murder. I just feel that's necessary. The game is about murder. It's the perfect alibi. Being seen in the Mancini's closet is suspicious. Wait, I gotta do the corpse voice. Being in Mancini's closet is suspicious. Damn you to hell. If your alibi is real, I'll have to interview other suspects to see if it checks out. Thieves are murderer now? They could be. They could be. Suspect number 2, sent to paddle. What? Anyway. Paddle was seen aiming a gun at Gringo Jr., a fellow castmate. However, this was confirmed to be a part of the arsonist, and unfortunately was not a real attempt. I know, I'm upset too. As you can see, I'm 2.5 feet tall with a 6'2" wingspan. That's a lie. I'm bigger than that. My wingspan is at least 9 feet. So you already got some info wrong. Ooh, almost there. Just a hair lower. Transcript. I saw her flying over the Westpath apartments. When? Closer to 11 p.m. than midnight. It's closer to V's apartment sector. I think that's apartments A? I don't have a direct time, though. I was too busy watching some Hell on Their Diver unto audio cut. A testimony from the witness, Futbinger. Setapano was seen performing an arsonist using her powerful magic to light a forest ablaze to save her friends. The trees had a family. Ayo, where does that image of you holding a gun come from? Oh, it's actually a channel emote, too. Here, hold on one sec. We'll put it in the chat. It was made by wonderful friend Ducky. I asked you and you said 6 feet. I may have lied. Anyway, there's me. I like the poster right here. The arsonist poster. Very well done. Alright, corpse voice activating. What reason would Miss Paddle have to go after the victim? Well, she was the star in his recent movie. Could it be that maybe there was a dispute over advertisement, pay, or something of the sort? Alright, who's our next suspect? Suspect number 3, Scarlett Damon. She's an up-and-coming star. Scarlett is one of the stars in Mancini's movie, but they were killed off halfway through the film. Could it be possible that Scarlett wants to kill Mancini in order to get back at him for cutting her screen time short? I don't feel so good. Transcript. The Damon, Well, I'll tell you what. I spotted her hanging out around a real shifty crowd down at Lil Zill's T-Fill. Bunch of shady business going on in that joint, I say. What was that? What kind of business? Well, did I already not say it's shady? I hear they often hire hitmen there. Wouldn't be a stretch to say she paid someone to kill Enzo. A testimony from witness Griff Hart. A week ago, Scarlett was seen at Little Zill's T-Fill, talking to a shady character known for their sharp shooting. We don't know what they were talking about, but judging by the environment, it couldn't have been anything good. That looks like a nice cafe, though. I say she's innocent. We'll have to see this shady character if it's up to anything. Some say that it was Lil Zill himself, but I'll have to do more research to see. Damn you to hell. Gringo Jr., Suspect 4 and 5, Oak and Oasis. Transcript. What happened to Junior and Oak? Well, the two had an argument on set. Junior's one of our talent. Oak's one of our production members. He had to mic up Junior, which broke out into a huge argument due to Junior's costume not having an easy anchor point for the microphone. After that, Junior walked off set. A testimony from coworker Naomi Bass. Okay, I like that Naomi is, I don't know, talking about audio. It seems like such a Naomi thing. She's good at that kind of stuff. A week after this argument finished, the two were seen at a call talking about an important meeting at 10 p.m., talking about compiling supplies for a big event. A few days later, Junior came to set with a boot and crutches. He had apparently hurt his leg and needed a ride a few days ago. Evidence from the crime scene, specifically the red fabric and brown hair, both link both of them to the crime. It could be a plant. I like the little stick leg. The fucking stick leg. This is beautiful. This is some amazing production here. Suspect 6. Goat. He's a fucking goat. Suspect 7. Bon Zamolder. Transcript. Oh, that Bon guy? Yeah, he plays a lot of video games back in his house, but yesterday I saw him outside? It was weird, he's never outside, let alone with a shotgun. It was incredibly weird. He seemed to be running from the Westpath apartments. It was around 12:30 a.m. A testimony from neighbors Cora Frogger and Wayne Fudge Bucket. Look at him go! It's the Banana Man! Look at him fucking go! This screenshot is from a CCTV near the area, showing Bond running from the Westpath apartments with a shotgun. See, he's even got the cadet cap on. He's got the cap, he's got the shotgun, he's got the banana. It's him. There's no doubt about it. 12:30 a.m., just after midnight. Perfect time for vampire hours, if you ask me. I've never seen him out during the day. According to a mutual friend of Bon and Pai named Noodle Usapu, they were playing video games roughly 2 hours before Bon was spotted around their West Poth apartments. We found no evidence of a gunshot wound at the crime scene, no entry or exit point, and no bullet casings were found. No bullets were found inside the gun. God, this show is so good. Isn't it? I'm like on the edge of my seat right now. My little owl legs are dangling off the chair. I'm about to slide off. There's a link I might have to post later for this. BT dubs. Oh yeah, no problem. Do what you gotta, Oak. Alright. We've got our guests lined up. We've got the Pie Thief, Cenopaddle, the Darling Damon, Junior, Oak and Oasis, a fucking goat, and then Bon's Molder. So, who do we think murdered Mr. Mancini? I didn't expect Pyro to pop in. It's fucking... Who do we think murdered Mr. Mancini? The murderer is... Chat, who do you guys think murdered Mr. Mancini? You guys have to say. My vote, personally... Wait, oh, is that a poll? Oh, does this go in chat? Okay, Oak posted a link in chat for a poll. You guys should pick your suspect. I'm gonna hide my screen so I can pick mine real quick. You? Oh, never! I could never. Vote successful. Alright. We'll give you guys a few minutes to discuss that, but we're gonna pull this up again so you guys can keep voting. Oh. Hold on one sec. Perfect. We gotta pick the killer. Oak, how long does that pool go for? Do you want it to go for a little bit, or would you like me to just do like 5 minutes? Man, there's an advertisement again. Get out of here. Like 3 minutes? Alright, that works perfectly. I must say, this presentation is really good. I honestly, like, was ready for some top quality stuff, and you have surpassed my expectations. This has been very entertaining to read, and I've been loving it. Especially including all of, like, our really close friends and whatnot. Like, hell yeah, dude. These are some really good editing skills here. Are the height canonical? Well, let me see. I don't remember how tall Pi is. Maybe? I think. I'm a little tall. Scarlet's tall. Junior's tall. I mean, Bon is accurate. He's like 6'3" over here. I asked everyone for the height of their characters, so I made them all relative to each other. But I made them too tall overall. So I'd say overall, yeah. Because Bon's the tallest out of everybody. And then Junior. And then a goat and an owl probably aren't gonna surpass everyone else. Alright, let me pull up the pool real quick. We will... Alright, here we go. The moment you've all been waiting for. Who got what votes? It seems that number 1 with 47 points, we have the suspect Pi. 41 points with me. Hey! Hey! Why are you guys voting me? I'm innocent, I tell you. I wasn't there. It's insane work. We have Scarlet Damon. I also see that this is not balanced correctly. That's fine. We'll worry about it later. It's not quite in the border. We have Junior with 25 points. Oak in Oasis at 16. And Suspect go to 8. Bon Zamolder with no votes at all. You guys don't expect Zamolder? He doesn't have to kill somebody with a gun. He is a vampire. It's the fucking goat, I tell ya. Have you fucking peeked her mic? I did. I did peek my mic. I'm surprised you guys voted for me. Alright. Let's see. Who could it be? So chat thinks it's Pi? Chat does think it's Pi. The sighting in the closet feels kind of obvious, and him saying he's playing Straftat, he could have just been idle. Alright. Alright. Oh. Wait, does this display based on our voting? You can move past this? Oh, I got you. That's the pool, that's the pool. And here's Detective Corpse. The murderer is... Can we get a little drum roll? I don't know, I don't want to slam my desk and have you guys hear it. Can you hear this? And we've got... Scarlet? What? Why is she the murderer? She would never. She's innocent, I tell ya. Let my girl go. She didn't do nothing. With an accomplice. Oh, shit. There's more. The drama continues. Who could it be? Basil? Basil, why? Little Zill, or should I say, Basil? What? Basil? Why would you do this, man? Scarlet had hired the owner of Little Zill's tea fill, Basil. If you're happy, Basil. Hold on, back up. I'm gonna reread this. Scarlet had hired the owner of Little Zill's tea fill, Basil, if you happy, to kill Mancini after he axed her in the film. Basil poisoned a drink that Mancini ordered to cool off. He had planted red fabric from Junior's outfit and a lock of Oak's hair at the body scene. The feathers at the scene linked it to Mrs. Paddle, but it came from Basil. The broken glass was the glass filled with the poison that Mancini dropped when the plot convenient fast-acting poison kicked in. Mancini's spotting pie in his closet was a Straftat-induced night terror. Many people who have played Straftat with him have confessed to also having these terrors. Seti was flying over West Poth apartments helping Bond train for Straftat. She didn't exactly understand how running around IRL with a shotgun would help him in Straftat, but she helped nonetheless. Goat. The secret project between Junior and Oak was Junior asking Oak to take him to the hospital after hurting his leg. Finn. I'm super passionate about murder mysteries and whodunits. It's one of my favorite genres. However, I feel there's no better way to understand a whodunit than to participate in it. Hence why this went a little off the rails. Cinema! Peak! It's actually peak! Thank you, Oak. This was a beautiful presentation. I see that up there. Yeah! Yeah! This was amazing. Thank you so much, Oak, for the presentation. It was great. It was gripping. Absolutely gripping. I honestly expected it to be Mr. Smolder with his vampiric tendencies. I'm fucking coming for you, Alfred Hitchcock. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. 10 out of 10. Would read again. I had a lot of fun reading that one. Alright, next up, we've got Tails Fan. I've got your presentation. It is time to begin. This one here, I might relate to it a little bit. But let me fix this. And make sure it's that. Alright. We got that corrected. And then we'll do a little bloink. Alright. Tasley, I can't type. 4 years in IT and working a system administration job? You think I could use a keyboard? Probably, but I cannot. Alright, Tails has why computers are my special interest. As an IT major, I'm gonna like this one. So, number 1, fun to mess with. Since a computer is what gives you access to the internet with an internet service provider, you can do a whole lot of stuff like gaming, productivity, and even making this slideshow. Exactly. Honestly, I use a lot of DaVinci Resolve and, like OBS for my streaming and like the Steam. So I like computers because it started as a hobby with myself as well. Upgradable hardware. If you feel your computer isn't more up to date with today's standards, you can buy a part and replace it, especially in gaming situations. Fun fact, while I was looking at the inside of my family's old Dell Dimension E520, which has Windows XP, I discovered it uses internal graphics, which might explain its slowness throughout the 2010s. Oh wait, for like the 2010s it had internal graphics? I didn't know that. Because I remember talking to my boss, and he was like, he wasn't aware of like internal graphics and whatnot. because he thought it was like a newer thing. That's pretty cool. Alright, number 3, take it with you. Devices like laptops, e-readers, smartphones, and even handheld gaming devices can make your life outside the home worthwhile. Like, you know, the Steam Deck, the laptop, the phone, the watch. I know a lot of people either have, like, books and whatnot, like Kindles. They're really nice. Number 4, emulation. In a circumstance where you still hold on to your favorite childhood game, but it's still not released on your preferred platform or at all, you can copy the data and play it on an emulator. Disclaimer, highly recommended copy data from your own copy to be safe from any legal trouble, especially in public places. Thank you for the disclaimer. I was actually gonna add that, but the disclaimer's really good. I appreciate you for that. Why would I want a life outside the home? You could stay inside and play video games. That's what I do. Well, I do go out from time to time, but a lot of my going out is going to somebody else's house to probably play video games. Number 5, nostalgia. Oh, cool math games representing 3D pinball. Let's fucking go. Ever since computers became affordable for households since the 80s and gained traction in the 90s and 2000s, many kids grew up with these machines and have fond memories of them. Some adults also revisit those said memories to escape the modern corporate world. I'm one of them. 6A, benefits for autistic people. The internet is a place where autistic people can learn to socialize more as well as discovering more of their special interests. For instance, watching videos of people fixing consoles exposed me to iFixit. It made me pick up their toolkit at Walmart later on. I used it to upgrade my budget pre-build. I also have an iFixit kit on my shelf. They're really nice. Recommend them. Pajama Sam? Yeah! Okay, so I never played Pajama Sam growing up, but I know a lot of people have fond memories of Pajama Sam. I really liked that one. Well, I like that one viewing it. I never played it. Isn't it available on Steam nowadays? Can't you just get it? Proper autism awareness. In most mainstream media... Oh, there's a bug on my arm! They would depict an autistic character played by a non-autistic actor, either being a savant with high sensitivity or a complete burden. But thanks to computers having access to the internet, autistic people have a chance to show their true colors and speak out against problems with autism representation. You got like all the little silly memes down here. I like them. Thank you. It's kind of frustrating to play as now as an adult. I can imagine and whatnot. Time consumption. Since computers are special interest, I've spent more time on my PC or my Steam Deck than other stuff so far. Even working on the slideshow and thinking of ideas takes hours to complete. So remember, being on a computer is a time warp. You should be studying, not wasting your time with a computer. Me who just had to research and answer for a question. I use my computer for so much. It's like one of those things where my boss has talked to me. He's just like, oh, you're on your computer a lot. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of like my modern day TV. It just kind of is something I do. So it's a fun thing. I can lose time. In the end, you got internet browsing, gaming, meme editing, and then you get the little meme. Look at that. Hey, thank you for the presentation. I like the special interest. I can relate because I also really enjoy computers as a whole. So I like the passion for it. Lots and lots. It was very well done too. A lot of the memes and whatnot were great. Oh, shoot! There's an ad coming up. Alright. Let me tuck this one away. I like that one. Thank you, thank you. And should we run an ad right now and then continue to the rest of the presentations? Because even if I snooze the ads, I'm not gonna have time. I can say that we could probably go on BRB and do our ad break, and then come back and do it. Now, we're gonna be doing the Darling Daemons. Oh, it's that text bar is so long. We must shrink it down. We must shrink it down. Alright, cool. Becky has redeemed a Share the Knowledge. Did you know that, Y'all are harassing me. I see how it is. You're harassing me. Alright. So, you gotta ignore the fire in the basement. My fireball potion went slightly awry, but I have it under control. Ah, okay, that's good at least. It might help to dry up some of the water from the flooding, so it should be fine. So, the fun fact of the night is that, did you know that Godzilla was not particularly popular over in the West until the release of Godzilla vs. Megalon? The only reason why it got popular in the UK is because they cut 40 minutes of footage from the movie and only left in the fight scenes, and it was an instant hit. The movie itself actually really sucks. From a technical and perspective, it's great. As an actual film, it's bad. But there was an entire thing about that where Godzilla got more popularized in the West because of them splitting a movie in half. What about her ass? My ass? None of my ass. Ugh, I ain't showing that on screen. Gross. Perverts. Alright, so next we have the Darling Damon's PowerPoint. Her PowerPoint is the evolutions of Goosebumps monsters. Which, this one's gonna have me excited because I read the Goosebumps books, growing up. I love them lots and lots. What is Goosebumps? Goosebumps is a children's horror franchise written by R.L. Stine. He's been writing Goosebumps since the early 90s. For over 30 years, Stine has been shaping his Goosebumps universe, giving some of his beloved characters unexpected twists when it comes to new story arcs. See, I read a lot of Horrorland, seeing that one down there, and then I obviously read Night of the Living Dummy, because that's a classic right there. I love Goosebumps, same, it's so good. How do these monsters evolve? The way Stine writes these characters is very unique. For example, Slappy the Dummy, Goosebumps icon brought to life by magic. Power is ever growing. Fear. As Pyro says, fuck Night of the Living Dummy. Slappy is spooky. Actually a sorcerer trapped in a doll by his assistant. Rip Bozo. Threat level? In these books, Slappy is the Conjuring level bad. He wreaks havoc on a family and home, only for the parents to blame the troublemaking children. Slappy genuinely puts children in life-threatening situations from supernatural causes and even physical harm. In this book, Slappy is promised revenge over the original protagonists of the pre-Horrorland story, Brittany and Molly. He's given additional powers and authority by being a stronger himself. In this arc of the Horrorland series, Slappy can actually be seen teaming up with the protagonists as the main villain has gotten out of hand and didn't keep his end of the bargain. Not only do the children need to escape here, but so do the monsters. As reluctant as Slappy is, he obliges and understands he would rather be in a body than wood chips. This shit made me terrified with dummies and porcelain dolls. Yeah, no, like, I didn't like dolls growing up either. My grandparents used to have, like, these two very realistic dolls that would that would sit on their shelf in their living room. And, like, I hated those things. When I come over, I was like, I'm hiding those. I don't want to see them. They're going away. Alright, next up. Other types of danger. As Slappy is a magical or even a cognito hazard, there are physical hazards. For example, monster blood. Eats things? Grows. Eats thing. Grows. Eats thing? It fucking grows! The threat level? Evan Ross buys monster blood and his dog Trigger eats some. The monster blood causes the dog to grow out of control. The monster blood itself grows out of multiple containers. Evan eventually throws his aunt's cat into the monster blood, causing it to dissipate. Monster blood was definitely a really cool one. I do remember that one as well. That one was crazy for, you know, a book aimed at for, like, kids and whatnot. It's spooky. It's very dangerous. Now we have magical and physical dangers out of the way. Now we can discuss dangerous locations. Well, I showed up, I have to go to sleep. I go to see the JJK movie tomorrow. Only read Goosebumps words once. See, have a great night. That was fun. Oh, thank you, Onion. You have a great night. Enjoy the JJK movie. That anime is peak. You'll have to let me know how it is, but the Goosebumps is definitely good. Thank you for hanging out. Alright. We're talking about locations. We have Horrorland, which is literally a death park. The horror at Camp Jelly Jam, kidnap children, hypnotize counselors, and a literal sports king. The Werewolf of Fever Swamp. The fever in the swamp makes people into werewolves. You know, that feels kind of self-explanatory from the title, but actually I also would not have guessed that. The fever in the swamp makes people into werewolves. You go to the swamp, become a werewolf. Monsters, magic, and mayhem. Being a massive fan of this franchise, the stories are very much for children, but the deeper you look into these stories, these are not children's stories. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk via Owl. Just remember 3 things. Viewer beware, you're in for a scare. Subscribe with Twitch Prime. Owl stinky. Hey! You know, this is the second time I've been accused of something I'm not tonight. I've been accused of being stinky, and I've been accused of being a murderer. And you know what? I am not stinky. Whoa, no, that's my thing. No, I am not stinky. Scarlet, thank you for your presentation. If you're here, I
You can
appreciate
think big,
the
but dinky
goosebumps. Take me
bones
down
for
a road of
that.
nostalgia. Big but dinky bone. Stinky murderer. I'm not a stinky murderer. I promise. Alright, we've got our last one tonight. Let me get that all set up for you. Last one tonight is pies. I hope this one doesn't call me a stinky murderer either, because I will freaking get y'all. Is it I before E or I, E, fucking here? There we go. Ahoy! Hi, Gix! Welcome in. How are you? You just came in. We're on our last presentation. Everyone go use the bathroom and get food while you can. Fuck, dude. You know what? This is probably one of the ones, outside of, like, Becky's that I was afraid of, because I knew Becky's was gonna be super technical. But... oh, God. I before E, except after C. Ah, yes, so I got it correct then. Thief is spelled thief. Pie thief is spelled pie thief. You can't see it, but I just frog blinked at my monitor reading that. Doing alright, just got off work? Hell yeah, dude. Alright. Be ready, this is our last PowerPoint, and then we're doing chat voting tonight, so be ready. Pie's presentation is Pie presentation. Enjoy the nap. Electrical. OSHA 10-hour outreach training general industry. Oh, it took me 3 attempts to finish this one. It's that bad, huh? Alright, buckle up, y'all. We're gonna learn about OSHA 10-hour outreach training general industry. Alright, introduction. Oh, I already got flashbacks. This looks like college notes. Okay. Introduction. Definitions. Electricity. Movement of the free electrons between atoms. Related terms. Current. The movement of electric charge. Resistance. The opposition to current flow. Voltage. A measurement of electrical force. Conductors. Substances such as metals that have little resistance to electricity. Insulators. Substances such as dry wood, rubber, glass, and bakelite. That's what easy bake ovens are made out of. That have high resistance to electricity. Grounding, a conductive connection to the earth which acts as a protective measure. Electrical hazards. Be safe. Follow the acronym. BSA-FE. Burns, electrocution, shock, arc flash, arc blast, fire, explosions. Burns. Most common shock-related injury. These 3 types of electrical burns. Electrical, arc flash, thermal contact. Cute the PTSD flashbacks and shakes. I'm sitting over here, like, foaming at the mouth because it looks like one of my college lectures. Ugh. Alright, electrical hazards. Electrocution is fatal, meaning to kill with electrical shock, if that was not obvious. Results when a human is exposed to a lethal amount of electrical shock. Electrical energy. Shock. Body becomes part of electrical circuit. Reflex response to passage of electrical current through the body. Arc blast. Arc flash. Like the hit game Arc Raiders. Arc flash, sudden release of electrical energy through air when a high voltage gap exists, and there is breakdown between conductors. Sorry, I just almost choked a little. Gives off thermal radiation and bright, intense light that can cause burns. Temperatures as high as 35,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Arc blast. High voltage arcs can also produce considerable pressure waves by rapidly heating the air and creating a blast. Electrical hazards. Fire. Most result from problems with fixed wiring. Problems with cords, plugs, receptacles, and switches also cause electrical fires. Explosions occur when electricity ignites, explosive mixture of material in the air. Note, electricity is source of these hazards. All hazards are of equal importance. Lesson focuses on eliminating electrical hazards. Types of electrical hazards. Contact with overhead power lines. Overhead and buried power lines carry extreme high voltage. Risks include electrocution, the main risk, burns, and falls. Cranes are not the only equipment that can reach overhead power lines. Use of ladders or suspension in a man basket under or near power lines are risks. That makes me wonder if there is an implied woman basket somewhere. Important. The covering on an overhead power line is primarily for weather protection. Therefore, workers need to know that if they touch a power line, covered or bare, death is probable. Can we eliminate me, IR hazard? Well, Squirrel, I haven't seen anything listed about you being a hazard in here. Oh my god, Squirrel. I saw an article today about how, like, internet infrastructure, like, you know, cords and cables running in the ground and along telephone poles and stuff. Squirrels are a very common issue of outages because they just fucking chomp through the cables. So, Squirrel, you may be a hazard of some sort, but we're not gonna get rid of you because we love you. Can I use an aluminum ladder to lick a power line? Well, let's see. Consult the notes. Probably, but there is a risk. I recommend against it. Alright. Types of electrical hazards. Contact with energized sources. Live parts. The major hazards. Electrical shock and burns. Electrical shock occurs when the body becomes part of the electric circuit. As you can see, entrance, live wire. Through the body. Exit, the grounded metal. Severity and effects of an electrical shock depend on a number of factors. Pathway through the body. Amount of current. Length of time of the exposure. Whether skin is wet or dry. Water. Great conductor. Allows current to flow more easily in wet conditions and through wet skin. They can also cause internet cables to fill with water when they chew on them. Yeah, exactly. The squirrels are chewing on the internet cables just like the sharks in the ocean. We gotta stop them. That's Verizon. Oh no, there's a graph. Alright. 1,000 milliamperes equals 1 amp. Therefore, 15,000 of that word equals a 15 amp circuit. We have our currents and our reaction. Below 1 milliampere, generally not perceptible. 1. Faint tingle. 5. Slight shock felt. Not painful, but disturbing. Average individual can let go. Strong involuntary reactions could lead to other injuries. 6 to 25 in women. Painful shock. Loss of muscular control. 9 to 30. Men. Sorry, I need to drink some water. Give me just a second. I'm like 3 slides in. I've been yapping. That's some good water right there. Alright. The freezing current or let go range. Individual cannot let go but can be thrown away from the circuit if extensor muscles are stimulated. 50 to 150. Extreme pain, respiratory arrest, severe muscular contractions. Death is possible. 1,000 to 4,300. Okay, we're going from death is possible to death is going to happen. Rhythmic pumping action of the heart ceases. Muscular contraction and nerve damage occur. Death likely. Likely, you die! Okay, I'm gonna drink some water. Thank you, Wayne. 10,000 milliamperes. Cardiac arrest, severe burns, death probable. Damn. That's a lot. I hope I said that correctly. Types of electrical hazards. Damaged or bare wires. Oh, like we were talking about the squirrels. Fault current may travel through a body, causing electrical burns or death. If power supply is not grounded, path has been broken. There are live parts or bare wires. Extreme conditions and rough treatment could charge electrical equipment from safe to hazardous. Defective equipment or tools. Yeah, that definitely does not look safe, I'd have to say. Definitely would not be licking this one. That would be dangerous. Types of electrical hazards. Improper repairs. Examples of incidents. Ballast strap not replaced after repair equals electrocution of 11-year-old boy. Cutting off bleed resistor on capacitor causes 370 volt shock. Look, wires for me to chew on. You don't bite those wires. I'm watching you. You're biting the wires. I see you guys in chat. No biting the wires. You cannot bite the wires. We will be removing all wires from the Wizard Tower after, the residents in the Wizard Tower have talked about eating the wires. We'll just get rid of them. We don't need electricity. Removing and leaving off terminal insulator on capacitor causes 440 volt shock. Improper use. Extension and flexible cords. Care connection capacity. Capacity affected by size of wire 14 gauge equals 15 amps. 12 gauge 20 amps. Length of the cord. UL tag. UL stands for U large. Tag capacity. In general, any cord over 100 feet requires one size larger cord. 14 gauge to 12 gauge. Ethernet cable pasta, yum yum. Have you ever seen like a Cat 5e cable? You ever seen a twisted pair? You ever like strip down an Ethernet cable and see the rainbow inside? It looks delicious. In reality, it's probably all copper. Alright, power strips can be overloaded because of multiple plug arrangement. Most have overloaded protection, but often malfunction, causing fire. Use fixed wiring when possible. Portable heaters and applications. Manufacturer recommendations not followed. Do not plug into a power strip. This causes overloads and fire. See, this right here, having the space heater underneath a desk, this is what people at my work do all the time. And I don't, you can tell them all you want, don't put it underneath the desk. And then you walk in, they'll have it under the desk. And it's like, okay, well, do what you must, I guess. No, cut it with a butter knife? No, do not cut it. No, not. Stop eating cables. I'm watching you guys. You guys are ignoring the whole point of the PowerPoint. You're not supposed to eat the cables. Alright, next one. Electrical protection methods. Use ground fault circuit interrupters. GFCI. That's going on the pop quiz, by the way. It's going to be on the pop quiz. Designed to protect people from electrical shock. Detect ground faults and interrupts electrical current. Limits duration of electric shock. What slide are we on? Okay, 12. 3 types of GFCI. Receptacle GFCI. Temporary portable GFCI. Circuit breaker GFCI. Inspect portable tools and extension cords. Workers need to inspect extension cords prior to their use for any cuts or abrasions. Electric hand tools that are old, damaged, or misused may have damaged insulation inside. Use power tools and equipment as designed. Follow tool safety tips to avoid misusing equipment. Follow manufacturer's instructions. Common examples of misused equipments. These photos show examples of equipment misuse. The doohickey. This thing. And the broken wire. Probably a resident of the Wizard Tower bit that thing. Oh wait, no, that's a nail in that. Which one of y'all did that? I have seen this before. In, like, a live environment. Don't do this. Tool safety tips. Never carry a tool by the cord. Never yank the cord to disconnect it. Keep cords away from heat, oil, and sharp edges. Disconnect when not in use and when changing accessories, such as blades and bits. Don't use in wet, damp environments. Keep working areas well lit. Ensure that cords do not cause a tripping hazard. Remove damaged tools from use. Use double insulated tools. Oh, I should get 36 space heaters and plug them in under my desk. If you want to cook your skin, then yes. I don't fuck with the wire, I only fuck with the alchemy. Alright, we'll have to get somebody on the wiring. I feel like after this one, I should be good to go. Slowly graze his hand towards me. I have nailed 5 cables to walls IRL. You and Squirrel both. I'm watching you guys. I'm staring. Well, the basement is no longer on fire. However, it may be minorly flooded. Again? We have another flood in the basement of the Wizard Tower? Well, that's not good. Avoid accidental starting. Do not hold fingers on the switch button while carrying a plugged-in tool. Use gloves and appropriate footwear. Store in a dry place when not using. I thought this was America. If I want to cook and eat my skin and eat cords, I should be able to. You could, but you may only be able to do it once. Electrical protection methods. Follow lockout tagout. LOTO. Like the lottery. Lockout tagout. Essential safety procedure. Protects workers from injury while working on or near electrical circuits and equipment. Prevents contact with operating equipment parts such as blades, gears, shaft, etc. LOTO prevents the unexpected release of hazardous gases, fluids, or solid matter in areas where workers are present. Power source identification. Mark all breakers accordingly for the circuits they protect. Mark all disconnect means accordingly for the equipment they service. Identify all voltages with proper labeling. I've actually done it with a 3.5-inch nail and a nail gun at work. Why, though? What? Why would you do that? Alright. Employer requirements. What's wrong? Employer requirements to protect workers. Ensure overhead power line safety. Isolate electrical parts. Supply ground fault circuit temperatures. GFCI. Protection. Establish and implement an AEGCP. That stands for, Age Era Group Chat Protection. Ensure power tools are maintained in a safe condition. Ensure proper guarding. Provide training. Enforce LOTO safety worker-related work practices. Ensure proper use of flexible cords and power strips. Ensure proper identification of power sources. I'm hearing that a lot of the times it's like power strips that are the issues, and people not people fucking around with power strips. Now that I'm old enough to drink alcohol, where should I start? Vodka? I'm not gonna give you the answer to that. I'm not gonna tell you what to drink. Oh, that's it. Pi, did you also cut off multiple more pages? Was this supposed to be longer? But also, holy shit, thank you for the presentation. That was a lot. Holy moly. Okay, well, alright. That appears to be our last presentation, because we are at the end now. I can't go any further. This is the end of it. There were 50 total. Motherfucker, you and Becky did the exact same thing. You and Becky did the exact same thing. That's hilarious. Alright, let me turn this on. We do need to do chat voting, because, that seems to be our last. Alright, we are gonna do chat voting. I am going to do a 5-minute vote. There will not be additional votes, so vote carefully. Our 3 for this one is going to be Pi, Becky, and Oak. You guys are free to participate as need be. The poll is beginning right now. How do I submit my 2-page slide? Do you want to email it to me, Corpse? Because I can access my email and pull it up. I used to play Pokemon in class. Yup. I used to play, Dragon Quest in class. Dragon Quest, I used to emulate... Ooh. I used to do a word that rhymes with remulate, Pokemon in class. And then I also have done other things. Also, God, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it lots and lots. I'm glad you guys had fun playing The Sims tonight. I'm sorry you missed out on the, PowerPoint presentations. I'll make sure to get that VOD up ASAP when we're done. Pokemon! Gotta balance that out real quick. Man, I clicked the wrong one. Motherfucker. I can't take my vote back either. Oh well. That person will be nominated for another, so... Noah, what's the sterile processing profession? Why are you guys picking electrocution? I will have you guys know, though, I am doing a Senti Picks at the end, where I pick my favorite presentation. So... If you guys don't win a chat votes, there is a chance that Senti will pick her favorite, and it might be yours. But there are no awards for it, this is just for fun. I liked everybody's presentations, everybody had fantastic topics tonight. Would I do this again? Absolutely, if I found like another really fun topic for us to do. I don't know how much you guys enjoyed it, but I know I had a grand time with it. So I hope to do it more again. Hey Al, how much longer are you going? Well, we're only about an hour and a half into stream, so I have another hour and a half in me. I just gotta decide what game I want to do after this. Wires are good for me! Alright, I think I emailed it to you. Aye, Captain, we'll do it after the chat voting. It's the only one I saw, I can't vote for anything else. You know, that's fair, that's fair. Slideshow. She slide on my show until I presentation. Y'all want to see a video of the goop shooter? We could do that when we're voting next. I could pull up a video of the goop shooter for you guys. I feel like you guys would really like the goop shooter. Do my New Year's idea? Ooh. Is it okay if I tell them what your New Year's idea was? And I think if I do another PowerPoint presentation, I'm gonna give you guys a month in advance to make them again. Scarlet! Hello! Welcome in! How are you? I hope your stream was wonderful. What were you up to tonight? If you guys get a chance, go follow this murderer, that, you know, murdered Mancini in cold blood. Actually, go follow her. She's really cool. But I hope you had a grand time. You were playing Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Were you doing the thing tonight? Were you doing the thing? Oh, I'm good. Practicing Ocarina of Time rando? Hell yeah, that's a grand time. We just got started with chat voting. Where is that coming from? Hey! Damn. Spotify is against me tonight, is it not? This is what I get for not playing on my premium account. What a bummer. Alright, how is it going? We still got some time left for voting, so you can vote for the most professional presentation. Our next one up is going to be funniest presentation. Question Bird, may I invade for a short bit? Yeah, do you want to pop into here and chat while we do voting? I could scoot over to the side and give you some room. This is what I get for being alive. What? No. Squirrel, we love having you here, friend. Yeah, just give me a sec. Okay, I'm gonna pop into the streamer room in my Discord. You're free to join me as you so please. Pop in whenever. You don't have to give a warning. How is the voting? How is the voting? Oh, that's hilarious. I see. I see. I totally see. I'd have to say, oh, there's just so much that there was. The Arthur versus Ellie, you guys found like some really good pictures for your presentations as well. There was a lot of times where I got caught up and just started like giggling like a fool. It was hilarious. Ooh, the pool has ended. Alright, so our winner for the most professional presentation was Pi with his 15-page slideshow on how not to electrocute yourself. Congratulations, Pi. You could come up to the stage and claim your trophy whenever you so please. But we're gonna do another pool. You don't actually have to come in here. We can mail the trophy to you. All right, next poll is going up for the whoever it is. All right, our next one is funniest presentation. We have a couple candidates for that. Hi, Semming. Welcome in. How are you, Fred? We have Oak with the murder mystery. We'll do, Not Corpse with Arthur versus Ellie. And I think that's the only relatively funny ones that we had. Actually, Becky's caught me off guard, so we'll throw Becky's on there as well. Alright, 5-minute voting time starts now for funniest presentation. Put your votes in. Oh, hi!
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. So, this is the thing that I was talking about last month that I wanted to do.
Oh?
Where I wanted to pop into people's streams and give them a quick challenge.
Oh, you're giving me a challenge, I see.
Yes.
Ooh, what's the challenge?
We were actually testing this out on stream when we last played Rise. We were playing Tower of Nerds.
Oh, Tower of Nerds, I see.
Are you familiar?
Because I remember you doing it with us.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, I do have a topic.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's you, I'm doing specifically Monster Hunter Wilds.
Ooh, okay.
So,
chat, if you're still here, there's voting up, by the way. You should vote. I'm not seeing vote. I'm just kidding. Good.
So you just start guessing things, and I will tell you if it fits or not.
Alright. So, I'm guessing a character, right? Or a thing.
Yes.
So I can just guess, for example, Chotacabra. Because I'm trying to determine the category and what they have in common. Is it the penis monster? It could be the penis monster, but he's not in Wilds.
I cannot give you the Chotacabra.
Okay. Corpse has also told me to keep it friendly, so I gotta watch my words here. Did you see my stipulations to my PowerPoint idea? Maybe. I'd have to check it again. Squirrel says, Scar, you're out of orange juice. Wayne says, you need
Damn
more
it.
orange juice. Alright. So, no Chotacabra. Quematrice.
Clematrice. I can give you Clematrice.
Alright. Yan Kutku. That would be Y-I-A-N-C-U-T... or K-U-T-K-U.
I can give you Yan Kutku.
Ah, I see. So I get one more, yes?
4.
4?
You'll get a total
Okay.
of 4, and then you can guess the thing.
Seregios or Steve. Alright, I'm gonna hydrate.
Okay.
What is happening here? Pyro, we are doing Tower of Nerds. So what Scarlet is giving me is that I'm guessing things from Monster Hunter Wilds. She has something in common between things. So once I get my 4 things that fit that category, she'll let me know. Then I have to guess the thing that is all in common between them.
I don't know because Seregios is not on this list.
Interesting. Okay. So we have Quematrice, we have Yan Kutku. I'm trying to think of other wyverns. Wyverns that fit the path that I'm thinking. Hold on, let's do Rathalos.
Rathalos? I can give you Rathalos.
Alright, Rathalos, Quematrice, Yan Kutku. My next guest is gonna be New Udra.
New Udra. I can also give you New Udra.
Alright, that's 4, so I have to guess the thing that's in common, right?
Yes, you have to guess the thing that ties these monsters together.
They all utilize fire for attacks.
Correct.
Yes! That was so fast!
Correct.
Let's go! Monster Hunter nerd! that was an amazing challenge, thank you.
Yes. You do actually get prize.
I do?
You do get prize. I did mention this.
What's the prize?
I'm not even sure yet. I have to go look at something.
Okay, that works. Also, Oak has won with 9 votes, 69% of the votes. Nice. For your murder mystery presentation was the funniest one we had tonight. Well played, good sir, well played. Congrats on getting the win. You can come up to the front to claim your trophy whenever you want. Your trophy is made out of crystals harvested specifically from the Giggle Caves. Don't put them in your living room. It's a curse. Alright. Our next one is most interesting. We will put... We will do Becky with sterilization, Tails with computers. We'll do, who else do we need? Oh, Scarlet's with
Hello.
Goosebumps. Brilliant presentation, by the way. Took a road down this fucking nostalgia lane.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
So, prize is with a price up to $20, I will buy you a game off your wish list.
A game off of my wish list, huh?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Do I have to report to you right now?
No.
Alright, I can let you
No.
know. Well, thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Aw. That was a fun little challenge, I appreciate it.
Yee. But-
My first guess
alright.
was that they were all going to be bird wyverns, or bird-themed wyverns, and then when I went Nuadra, I was like, it's fire. That's great. Heads up,
I was
chat,
worried.
there is another pool up for most interesting right now. We have Becky, Tails, and Scarlet's, so put your votes in whenever you can.
I literally had to pull up a list of the wyverns in Wilds because I don't know all of them.
Yeah.
And at first I was thinking, should I go for their weakness or should I go for their main element?
Oh man, if it was weakness, I would have never guessed it. I'm so bad with weaknesses. We'll go into Seregios and I'm like, so ice, right? And everybody goes, thunder, Senti, thunder, we've done this. And I'm like, okay.
Is Seregios with an S?
Yep, with an S. Seregios. He's a bitch, is what he is. Damn, I missed the thing. Oh, don't worry, Semming. I'll be uploading the VOD to YouTube, hopefully this weekend if I get some time to edit it down and trim it. So if you guys didn't miss it, you could always watch the VOD, or I'll post it to YouTube. That way you won't be bombarded with the ads from Twitch. I'll get the Grammy next year. Trust. You did great, Corpse. You did fantastic.
Do I enjoy being difficult?
Alright.
Oh,
I
man.
will let you get back to your stream.
Alright, I'll give you an update on the voting right now. You're tied with Becky for most interesting presentation.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you for the challenge and thank you for your PowerPoint.
Of course, of course. Alright, I'll catch you later.
Later.
Bye.
Bye. And in case you guys have not already checked out Scarlett, she is my biggest collaborator from 2025, so you should go say hi to her sometime. She's great. We share a lot of community. She's awesome. D2 and all the DLC. You got me there. You got me. Brunt Slappy the dummy, that's all. Burn him. Burn the witch. Big sipping of water. I did a lot of talking tonight. So what do you guys want to see post? Because I'm still gonna watch Corpse's one that he sent me, the 2-slide presentation. After that, what games do you guys want to see? Anything in particular tonight? I'm kind of having a choice paralysis myself and don't know what to play. And I know that if I don't know what to play, I'll just pick up Monster Hunter Wilds and go from there. I was also thinking of like some other stuff. Semming has been shot. Baldur's Gate 3, Straftat. Oh, do we want to do Community Straftat night? That would be a quick and easy one to end off stream. I'd be game for Community Straftat. You ever a Mega Bonk in a while? I could do Mega Bonk because I'm looking for something short and sweet to end out the night, you know? I'm in. Alright. We're gonna be doing Community Straftat, so if you guys want to join for Straftat, just let me know. We've got 3 right now, which is Corpse, Pie, and Oak. I don't know if you guys all want to fight at once. If you guys want to request any 1v1s, we'll do 1v1s as well. We'll do a little bit of Point Gamba as well, since you guys seem to really love Point Gamba. Hey, Corpse. Which email am I using for the thing?
How on earth is sterilization more interesting than computers?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it was, all of the presentations were really good. Monster Hunter to piss Corpse off, I meant nothing. That's so funny. I could do that one. Business, I think. Because there is the first one, invited you to comment on the presentation, and then there's the other one that says joke slide. ADHD is like overdrive currently, for real though, I feel it. Even though I don't have ADHD. If I have something, I don't know what it is. I always joke with my partner, I'm like, ah yes, the absolute killer relationship. ADHD and undiagnosed. She wouldn't let me show all the blood. No, because you did mention blood on tools, and I was like, I don't know if I could show, like, human... Like, if it was, like, a movie poster or a video game, it'd be fine, but I don't think actual, like, human blood I can show on stream. And the winner is Becky with sterilization in the workplace. Alright, now, I'm gonna pick some of my favorites tonight. If I had to pick my favorites, in per categories, these will be Senti's picks. The one that made me laugh the hardest would have been Corpse with Arthur versus Ellie. The one that made me read the most would have been Pi, the one that I learned the most from. The one that I knew the most about would have been Becky's, because Becky works in a similar environment to my partner. The most creative and most effort put into one, I would feel, is Oak. Oak did fantastic, and there was lots of editing involved. Joke Slide is the subject. Okay, so Joke Slide is the one I'm opening, Corpse. And then, if I had to pick, because I also have Scarlet and Tails. Scarlet is the most nostalgic presentation, and Tails is the most relatable presentation, because I also have a great love for computers. You guys put in so much effort. I'm so happy. It's great.
We're here for it. With kids who turn a back seat into a
Alright, so Corp sent a new one to my business email, so I am going to go check that real quick, and we'll do a joke presentation before we go do some community Straftat for Friday night gaming. Let me see. I gotta check this. Alright. You guys are ready for this? Let me pop this up. Do the border. I gotta move myself back down to the corner. This is a presentation that was specifically made by Corpse tonight. It is a very high effort one. The PowerPoint is why Monster Hunter is the best game. As you can see, off to a great start. Painted Boss suddenly asking for extra works. I missed the whole thing, now I don't know what my PFP gets used for that slide for. Oh no! Oh no! I'll have to show the VOD sometime soon. Alright, Corpse's presentation. Why Monster Hunter is the best game. Number 1. It's not. That's the only slide. That's all there is. Well, I hope you enjoyed his presentation. Oh wait, I almost did that. Needed Bed, thank you for an amazing stream. Thank you for hanging out, Becky. I appreciate you bunches and bunches. Corpse is about to get fucking jumped because of talking about hating Monster Hunter. That's hilarious. I'm sorry, Corpse. I hope you don't get crucified for what you said.